Gloombrar to Monstro Mondayz. I'm your host, Smiley Monster, and if you are feeling the Monday blues, I'm here bringing the pink. You may have noticed that today I'm cosplaying as a human, but I will dox myself as Smiley Monster soon. Now, you may be facing a tough week, but if you have a bright, smiley attitude, I think it'll be better than you expect. Now, Benjamin Carpenter of Paw Paw, Michigan knew this better than anyone. He was attempting to cross in the crosswalk in his wheelchair when the light turned green, and he was turning around when the handles on his wheelchair became stuck in the grill of the semi next to him. He then proceeded to go on a 4-mile ride down Red Arrow Highway at speeds of up to 50 miles an hour. Witnesses reported that the light turned green, so the truck took off, never seeing the wheelchair in front of him or the fact that it had attached to his front grill. When officers stopped the truck at a private business, Carpenter was in a calm state. The man spilled his soda pop, but he wasn't upset, said Sergeant Kathy Morton of the Michigan State Police. He just needed a new set of wheelchair tires. So it just proves it's all about the tude. I'm very happy and pleased to tell you that today's sponsor of today's episode is EMP Electric Vehicles, the pioneers of infinite engine loop technology, ensuring drivers experience the excitement of revving up without actually going anywhere fast. Embrace the thrill of their unique short circuit feature, making bridges an electrifying hotspot of surprises. Their vehicles emit an electrical pulse, turning the world within a 2-mile radius into a magnetic wonderland. Vehicle ownership and maintenance is all kept on your Spark Swap NFT. Spark joy, not exhaust, with an EMP EV. Thanks, Spark Swap EMP. So let's get this party started. Don't forget to hit that follow button, give this video a like, ring that notification bell, and drop some love in the comments below. It's time for Monstro Mula Madness. Here are some updates on your investments. For farms, we just celebrated our 22nd weekly payout, which was made up of all earnings from Wednesday, January 10th through Tuesday, January 16th. We earned $16,347.57, which went out to 378 recipients. And if you are holding those NFTs, you're a Genesis holder, you got an increase last week of 2.93%. Cycle B holders earned an increase of 3.29%, and Cycle C and Spooky holders earned 2.41%. That is awesome. Moving on to DGens, I'm so psyched. We have surpassed $1 million in deposits since we launched on December 27th. We are at the time of this 3,366 BNB in deposits, 674 BNB claimed, 1,009 BNB in liquidity, 1,010 BNB in farming, and a 673 BNB allocated to marketing. Have you checked out our latest deposit contest? This is to celebrate the milestone of reaching 2,500 BNB in deposits, and this is ongoing until January 31st at noon Eastern Standard Time, so you totally have time to get in on this. You will get a ticket for every 1 BNB deposited, plus a bonus ticket for 10 BNB cumulative. Note that this is only for new deposits, not reinvestments. But you're wondering what you're going to win? You could win a $10,000 Vault NFT. Dude, this thing gives you a fresh 90/10 ROI tier for farms income, qualifies as Genesis status, totally triggering all those Genesis perks. It gives you seed round access to future investment opportunities, a significant allocation of our future Monstro token, and dude, you get access to the private channel, a special role, and custom NFT artwork, and you totally can add more funds to that same NFT. I want that. So I really hope you guys enter, and I wish you good luck. I wish myself good luck, but dude, that is an awesome prize. So we are now moving on to Monster of the Week. We always are looking out for those monsters who just make the space extra special. And this week's Monster of the Week is Alexandris. This dude has been a monster supporter, depositing in degens like a crypto maniac, snatching up NFTs like they're candy, and even pulling strings to get us this sweet feature on Flame News. Alexandris is a connoisseur of all things shiny, so naturally he gravitated toward degens, and we are happy to have him as part of our Nonster fam. Thanks for your support, Alexandris. You are awesome. So I would love at this time to hear the update from Token Tingles. It's time for our Token Tingles. Various and I will be uncovering the most seductive and promising tokens of the week, leaving you with that delightful crypto tingling sensation. Prepare for a weekly rendezvous with the coins that will make your portfolio grow. Now, last week, if you remember, V picked Teddy Bear. How was your week with Teddy Bear, V?
My week wasn't so great with Teddy Bear. I think he's losing me this competition already. And he is down at the time of this recording about 48%. He's been, hanging out in the bars a little late these weeknights and waking up a little late. But you know what? It's the type of coin that goes up. It goes down many times, very hard. And the next time it goes up, I'm sure it'll be a plus 60% or plus 70%. And no one will remember this week.
Yeah, and I'm interested, probably over in the Telegram, we've got like V over there going, yes, let's pump this, pump our bags, right?
Absolutely not. I use other people for such things.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, and my pick of the week last week was Chain Factory. And if I'm looking at the time of this recording, unfortunately, it's down 28.85%, but I still think it's a good long-term hold token. They just launched their first token with their launcher Forge in a stealth launch on Polygon, and it was called Woolly. And it launched and it surged to 1 million market cap in a very short time. And the launch went very smoothly, which is a great sign. And I'm looking forward to seeing more launches to come. I think that will increase their revenue and the token price. And I think it's definitely one I want to hold for a while. So moving on to this week, what is your token pick for this week, V?
Well, I just want to say first, I see we both have lovely new backgrounds this week. It's also nice to see a face, right? We're talking now. I see you've doxed yourself as an AI.
Yes, Smiley Monster, the AI.
Yes. So everyone thought I was an AI. I just have more lifelike qualities.
Yeah.
But yes, as Monstro attempts to eat me from behind, for this week, I'm going into a different narrative than meme coins. And I'm going to go with something I think short term is heating up, which is the whole DPIN narrative. And for people not familiar with that acronym, DPIN stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure and Networking. And a great example of it is Render, who a lot of people are familiar with. We're big fans of it. It's pumped a lot this year, but it's already pumped a lot this early. So short term, we're looking at something in that narrative that still hasn't really flown and can go up more and win this competition so that we can embarrass you in 15 weeks. So I'm going to go with a cash network, which is on the Cosmos and Osmosis, kind of ecosystem. So if you're not familiar with that, it's a whole other topic we could get into one day. But yes, a KASH network. I believe, they're actually one of the few green tokens today and yesterday while everything else has been bleeding. And I think the narrative's heating up. You might be starting to see more people talk about them. So effectively, yeah, that is my pick for this week.
Might see people talking about it. Okay, well, we hope so for your sake. Otherwise, you're going to have an interesting challenge at the end of this challenge time. Now, my pick for this week is ApeCoin. And let me throw it up on there. And the address, if you want to check it out on your own here. And the reason why I picked ApeCoin is it's a governance and a utility token, and it also right now has staking as well. And it's supported by Yuga Labs. Remember, they made the Bored Ape Yacht Club, but they've also created CryptoPunks and Meebits. They've created some hot NFT projects, and they've attracted celebrities, influencers, and collectors from around the world. I mean, who has not heard of Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? So ApeCoin has a limited supply of 100 million tokens, which means its value could increase as demand grows. And it's really easy to get in. You can buy it on Ethereum, on Uniswap. But I love that it already has a loyal and active community of holders. They share this common passion for NFTs, and their socials are really active. And I think they have a potential to grow. They're developing other side metaverse, a virtual world where you can own land and interact with other apes. And I think it's going to benefit from the growth of the upcoming bull run for NFT and crypto markets. And it just has a fun and creative aspect. I mean, especially if you're into NFTs, and there's some value attached to this now. So I think ApeCoin is going to do really well, and hopefully it does well in the next 11 weeks as our friendly competition continues.
I think you're going to be disappointed with these dirty apes. I know, at least short term. And here's my reason why they're not going to help you win. Because last Ape Fest I went to, all of us came back with COVID from it. So that
Oh
is why
no.
you will not win with the apes. But yes, I think long term it's an awesome pick because Lazarus Pit is staking it and earning more and more of it every day. And when other side comes out and perhaps Ape Chain, which we've all heard strong rumors about, long term it seems great. Short term, it's going to make you lose.
Ooh, well, we will
maybe I don't
see.
know, but
Would be great if it pumped before next week.
yeah, and
So
it also might give you COVID.
no, I'm not getting COVID. So whose side are you on, guys? Team V or Team Smiley? Or our guests are even going to be making their token picks. Are you on Team Guest? Let us know in the comments. And if you'd like us to check out your favorite token for a future episode, let us know. We might even pick it for a delicious rendezvous.
All right. Well, now I'm hungry since you said delicious. So I am off to find food and I leave you with our picks. Hopefully, we won't be down, 80% next week.
Awesome. Thanks, V.
Okay.
And that was our Token Tingles picks for the week. Follow them in our Discord, and you can follow along on your own and make your suggestions. That was just one of an amazing team that comprises our Monstro team, and I'm very pleased at this time to introduce somebody, Big D, and Big D's Security Striptease, undressing the vulnerabilities. Now it's time for Big D's Security Striptease, undressing the vulnerabilities. And my guest for this segment is the one and only Big D Monstro, aka Alpha Cruz. Alpha is the owner of Alpha's Alphas, and he's a crypto enthusiast. He creates amazing discords and audits them, and he's an IOC member, and most importantly, he's a blockchain sleuth. He's also the guardian of all things Monstro, keeping our socials safe. So welcome to Monstro Mondays, Big D.
Hi, and thank you for having me on. It's great to be here to, uh, you know, tell everyone a little bit about the security side of Monstro and just what it is that keeps us all safe. And well, sometimes we do have a bit of a lapse here and there, but we got that sorted.
Well, hey, as the person in charge of keeping our crypto stuff safe on social media, what cyber threats freak you out the most right now, and how are you planning to deal with them?
For that, there's two that's really quite big. Recently, the one has gotten pretty, wow, they've gotten a lot of people. So, the biggest thing with our socials, especially, Twitter and Telegram, is that people are often messaging for marketing purposes. I'm sure you've gotten a lot of those since you are doing all of our Twitter at this point. And one of the things that really concerns me is when people send messages asking, to have a meeting and stuff like that, or set up a meeting with them, because there's a really very dominant scam going around now that uses Calendly. Well, not exactly Calendly, a fake of Calendly, which is what everyone in crypto uses to organize meetings. So that really, it's like it's very dangerous. It concerns me a lot, and I'm constantly trying to, find ways to prevent people from getting hit by it, whether it be a reminder, sending Twitter posts that other people in the security space have made, just like taking and constantly explaining, like I've shown you a few times also. I mean, pretty sure I bug you all the time, but don't do this, don't do that. Watch out for this. Or I throw a whole bunch of Twitter threads at everyone all the time. So it's just that's rather concerning, or most concerning part about is that it's very easy to overlook it, and then boom, you've been hacked, you've been drained, and I can't do anything at that point.
Right. But we appreciate all the steps you take to keep us safe. And it sounds like you have a big job. So if something bad happens on our socials, what is the plan? How do you fix things fast and keep everyone believing in our security?
Okay. Well, each social has a different process. So with let's say somehow our Twitter gets hacked, all of our Twitter accounts, if you we have the main account, which has a password, login, and all of those things. But any account that gets used, I believe the one that you have access to is not the actual Twitter account, but rather you are being given access as a poster, I guess, something like that. It's like you kind of have access, but you're not in complete control because someone else has the 2FA. So one of those things would be then we don't have a SMS 2FA because that is dangerous. And if something does get hacked, then we can just have the person that is in full control of the Twitter, which I won't mention because of safety reasons. That person just has to reset the password, and then we get access to the Twitter account again. The reason for that is when these scammers do take control of the Twitter, they take control of the key. But once you change the password, then the key changes. So boom, access to the Twitter taken back. And then they have to go through the social engineering scams again to get back access. For for Discord, I have multiple bots that will try to prevent anything like that happening. But should someone get through all of that, uh, all I have to do is just go to one of the bots, I won't mention the name, and then take control of the server again, because that bot will then have control of the server and I can retake control of it. And anyone that has maybe been hacked, let's say at some point, hopefully never happens, but my account gets hacked. I can't access now my Discord account perhaps for some reason, someone took control of it. I can still kick myself out of the Discord, and in that way, our Discord is still safe. So
Nice.
even if that does happen, and I may be spamming things, I have methods in place that will be able to completely cut my account from being able to do anything in Discord too. So we have multiple steps for that, and if it does happen, I can always just give up my current Discord account and use Wig to kick it out, remove it completely from our Discords. And sorry, I mentioned the name, but anyway, um, if it does happen, I have methods for it. And then for Telegram, that's the one that's a little more problematic. At that point, if anything happens there, we just need to remove the problematic people. It's like it's weirder, but it's a lot easier to just get rid of people on Telegram because
Got
say
it.
the things over there aren't as I suppose um, detailed as Discord or so. Yeah, there's that. But again, if anyone's account does get hacked, they just need to change the password. Boom,
Cool.
keys changed.
Well, keeping things safe is important, but so is privacy. How do you make sure our users feel safe without giving up too much personal information?
Fun thing about all socials is that you can use a pseudonym, I mean, with X especially, you can choose any username you want to. No one will know who the hell you are. You can change it at any point in time. So that's basically the part that gives everyone the basic privacy. And we don't
Mhm.
try to infringe on that. I do not request anyone to add their mobile number, their email addresses, or anything like that to anything. We don't have any methods in place that require any sort of um, personal 2FA with us. Again, so we take all of those things that tie your actual identity to us completely out of the equation. Even everything that we do in Discord, if you have a 2FA, that's between you and Discord, not between Monstro and you. Um, and then for basically anything else, let's say you are having a problem on chain, perhaps your transaction didn't go through, as an example, something that happens quite often. Maybe someone's had a problem with a transaction on chain, or they can't find something. We always request that someone makes a ticket within Discord, because if you do that, no one else can see our conversation. At that point, the conversation is completely private between you and whoever's taking the ticket and the upper team management, but they don't worry to look anyway. And then once the ticket is closed, no one can ever view it again, basically,
Cool.
unless given
That's
express
great.
permission.
Nice. So, cyber threats are always changing. How do you keep learning new stuff and staying on top of the game? Do you have any cool training or groups you're part of?
You've mentioned one of them, intelligence on chain. So I'm a part of intelligence on chain and board and security. Now, I'm trying to get into another one. That's been a little more slow because they've basically gone incognito for a bit to continue building out their things, their
Ooh,
training and all of those things, which is pretty cool. Now, IOC and board and security give me a lot of overview for a lot of things. I learn a lot of different methodologies that scammers are using. I interact with super smart people in the cybersecurity space all the time. Gosh, we have so many chats about everything that's happening. Um, and then because of that, I'm always getting new tools. So the amount of tools that I have for just being able to detect scams is likely over 15, between 15 and 20 at this point. One of which I use most often is Virus Total for links. So it can basically detect most scams, but unfortunately, Calendly doesn't get picked up. So yeah, that's the main reason why so many people have been hit with it, because antiviruses don't pick it up as a threat yet, at least. Let's see. And then not just those groups. So those two give me a lot of newer insights, or sometimes older things that I've maybe forgotten about already. I also tend to get very close with the bot creators for a lot of the security bots that I use. So I will often join the Discord servers, they support Discords, and then I'll have chats with them about the features that they have in their tools. Whether it's tools for Twitter, I have a extension that will scan every link that I see on Twitter, and it will highlight accounts that are fake. I believe I told you to add it to your Discord, I mean, to your browser tool, Safe
right.
Soul.
Yep,
So
I did
it's
it.
constantly being updated with new accounts that are fake, that have been hacked and stuff like that. So it's always been able to tell you, look, this is a hack, don't mess with this, don't mess with this account, it's a spam, it's a this, whatever. Now, things like that, I will join the Discord and I'll go have a chat with them to find out what methodologies they have in place, what do they do, what new tools are they coming out with. And that's just a constant drive. It's constantly speaking to new people, finding people that are in the crypto security space, and learning what methods they use, what tools they use, and whether or not the tools that I have is up to the standard, if they use it at all, if they do not, what do they have in it as a replacement. So it's a constant battle of talking, and finding new people to talk to,
That's awesome.
basically.
Yeah. So I've noticed lately that there have been a lot of people trying to copycat scammers who are trying to pretend to be part of the Monstro team. What advice do you have for our community to identify them and not interact so that they can stay safe?
Okay, so this is a feature that most people have basically never taken note of for Discord. if you are know for certain that a certain account is this person, so everyone, within the roles realm, ruler, guardian, and of defenders are 100% safe at this moment in time.
Mhm.
Can't be certain for future. Hopefully it stays safe forever. Um, and hopefully none of us get hacked. So if you go to any of these accounts and you click on, this is just Discord now. If you click on the account and you'll see note. Now, one thing to always do is to add a note. So whether the note is this is various, this is smiley, this is Gabba, whatever, you add a note there. If someone sends you a friend request, again specific to Discord, you can always go into the account, click on it, and then you check if your note is there. If your note isn't there, then it's a fake. Easy. You
Ah.
no need to take guesses and go look in Discord. Is this the legit person? Is it really him? Because scammers are smart. They can find ways to make accounts look the exact same. Um, my forte is mostly Discord. On X, generally, you would also double check. So you see if they've done any sus things lately. You check what their follower and their following account number is, like how many posts they've made. And most of all, you check if the recent posts allow anyone to comment. If someone does not
Hmm.
allow you to comment on their post, then they're a scammer. I mean, I'm not even going to give them a benefit of a doubt. They are likely a scammer. 99.9999% of the time, they are bloody scammers. Um, for Telegram, that one, you just assume everyone's a scammer, honestly.
Well, that's
Like,
awesome.
honestly, you just assume they're a scammer, man. Especially if they're coming to you with some super unrealistic things. Just be like, nah, they're a scammer. Don't even give the benefit of the doubt,
Wow.
honestly.
Well, we are thankful for you, Big D, and we hope you'll come back and tell us more about crypto security. Thanks for keeping the Monstro community safe.
It's a pleasure, and I work every day at hoping to improve it, and I will continue to do so. Thank you
Awesome.
for having me on. It was a great chat.
Hey, monsters, if you are still listening, thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you're here with me today. And stay tuned because at the very end, I'm going to announce a special contest. But now, this is the highlight of the show, a special guest each week that I plan to host. And this is a person behind the project. And I'm very happy to have our very first guest, AJ. My special guest this week is AJ, also known as the Commander. AJ's been in crypto since 2017, making a name for himself as a self made millionaire. He's a pro at building killer teams with all sorts of skills. And from behind the scenes, AJ handles team management, he forms partnerships, he chats with the community, he builds the brand, and he works on cool new ideas with the EMP developer. With a solid business background, he knows how important community, good communication, and the right ingredients are for a successful project. And he even adds his own creative touch, doing some front end development, especially in graphics. So, Gloombrar, AJ, happy to have you as my guest on Monstro Mondays.
Thank you, Smiley. Happy to be here. Really honored to be one of the first guests on this series. And yeah, I can't wait to have a little chat today for sure.
Well, great. I would like to first start our time together with a game. Are you up for a little game?
I love it. Yes, let's do it.
Okay, it is a word association game, and I have a list of 10 words here, and I will say a word, and then you say the first word that comes to mind, but don't overthink it, okay?
All right, let's do it. I like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
regulation.
Oh man. I think bullish in the long term.
Interesting. ETFs.
I'll say I'll use a sound effect for this one. Womp womp womp. So yeah, I think we saw a little bit of buy the rumor, sell the news, but again, long term bullish. Yeah.
Good. Bitcoin.
The OG, man, the one and only. But I think that we all are more altcoin fans, but you got to give it up to Bitcoin. Yeah.
True. Scalability.
Yeah, I mean a big need that crypto's trying to solve. I think that as we move into more layer twos, we'll see that be a little easier as we go. But these are some long answers. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Oh, no, it's good.
yeah.
How about this one? NFTs.
Again, maybe a hot take, but unless they have utility, crap. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I see your point.
yeah.
This one, turtlenecks.
Oh man, something that I would never be caught dead wearing.
Good. Web 3.
Yeah, again, another hot take. I think Web3 is a buzzword that I think a lot of people are trying to use now. But real Web3 is the way of the future for sure.
I agree. Cyber attacks.
Something that's always on our mind. We take our
Hmm.
security very seriously and make sure that when you're in the DeFi space, you're always number one priority is security.
True. Faraday.
Oh man. Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. I don't even know what to answer to that. So, yeah,
Okay, no worries.
yeah, yeah.
And DAOs.
Again, I think the way of the future. I think true, DAOs that operate, is what we all are championing in DeFi, and especially when it comes to protocols like yours and ours that have community behind them. Putting the power in the people's hands is really what crypto's meant to do.
Awesome. So, thank you for playing my little game.
Yeah.
And you are the lead for the entire EMP ecosystem. We call the mothership, right? Which, oh, just celebrated its second anniversary. So, congratulations on that milestone.
Thank you, Smiley. Yeah, and congratulations in order as well, as you guys
Thanks.
just surpassed the 1 million mark on the Degens contract. So yeah, we're both celebrating some great milestones.
Absolutely. So, for anyone who's just listening and doesn't know, could you please give us a brief beginner's overview of what falls under the actual EMP umbrella?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, the commander or the team lead, I started EMP about 2 years ago now. We just celebrated our 2 year anniversary, and
Mhm.
EMP started as a seniorage protocol. We are a tomb fork. Those that may be in the space a while may realize or remember tomb finance, and that is what we call a seniorage protocol. And essentially, that is very similar to how the US dollar works in terms of inflation and managing the emissions, where it's one of the very few protocols that everybody can win, where there doesn't
Mm,
necessarily have to be a loser or a winner and a loser. In other words, in most crypto protocols, you're betting on somebody buying your token from you at a
mm,
higher price than what you paid for it. Well, with seniors protocols and what EMP was built on, you actually earn through the yield. And again, this is why our visions align so well with Monstros, because you guys are, focusing on real yield. And again, anytime in a protocol where you can eliminate some of the Ponzonomics, where you have
mhm.
to have new volume for people to succeed, that is what we're really, excited about for the future. So we are transitioning into EMP Fusion, which is a lot more of a real model where we get away from the inflation. But we also have two other protocols that were one is already out, one is in development. And that creates the mothership, as you said earlier, and this is a flywheel that really strengthens all protocols as they're a lot stronger together than they would be separate. And one of those is SparkSwap, which is now one of the top 100 dexes in
Wow.
all of DeFi. Yeah, we're the number two DEX in terms of volume on Pulse Chain, and with Pulse Chain's recent success, we've been doing about $1 million a day now in daily volume, and so all of those fees go to support the Spark token. through again another revolutionary contract that we built called the Sparkler, where you can stake your Spark to actually be rewarded platform fees. And so that also will feed Fusion as well when Fusion is out. And we're also building something called L1 Dex, which is going to be one of the first truly cross-chain dexes with true interoperability built on the L1X platform. So we have a lot of irons in the fire, and we're always building really innovative tech and on the bleeding edge of DeFi as we move forward.
That's impressive. Well done. I'm looking
Thank
forward to
you.
seeing how that goes in the future as well. And I don't mind telling you that I'm actually an investor in Spark Swap, so I'm looking forward to using that in the future as well.
Absolutely, Smiley. Yes, I know Monstros has been a huge supporter, and not only your community, but I know some of the yield from the treasury is also involved in Spark, and so we've had an amazing relationship with Various and the rest of your team. And yeah, we're excited. Again, we rolled out our official partnership a few weeks ago with Montrose Legions, and we're going to continue to build together, and again focus on real yield and growing as the entire crypto space grows.
I'm looking forward to it. So let me ask you, you are always so cheerful on every AMA I've listened to you in, and you have done many. So looking back on your journey, your crypto journey, what personal challenges have been your biggest foes, and which triumphs have given you that happy smile we see?
Oh, right on, Smiley. So yes, just as your name entails, I'm a very positive person. I think that if I had to attribute anything to my success, it's a positive attitude. For those of you that don't know as well, I'm in a wheelchair. I was born with a neuromuscular disease, and so that positive attitude has helped me accomplish many, many things in life. So I'm a very successful business person inside and outside of crypto. I'm a father. I'm a husband. So very, I've had an amazing life, and yeah, I mean, again, I try to just wake up every day, and not focus on the negative, but focus on
Mm,
the positive. If I had to attribute any sort of hurdles, I think that, and this is something that all crypto projects can relate to. And that is fun. I mean, we've already
mm,
we hate to have the fun, not only within our own project, but within the crypto space as a whole, whether that's through, again, government regulation or rug pulls or bad actors. That fear, uncertainty, and doubt can really be a major hindrance to your growth as a crypto user. And so I'd say try to block out the FUD. Obviously, healthy FUD is good. You always want to question teams and make sure that they're on the up and up. But letting somebody influence you just based on rumors or not factual situations, that took a lot of growing for me as a team lead to not
mm.
let that bother me as we continue to build our protocol the way that we think is the best for everybody.
Good for you. I admire that. I love the positive attitude. So I think many of us who've been in crypto for a while have learned a lot of lessons. I mean, it's like dog years, right? 1 year in the real world is like 7 in crypto.
I love it. Yes, crypto dog ears. Perfect.
Yes. What is the biggest lesson that you've learned to date in your crypto career?
Yeah, so again, I mean, we could do a whole AMA on that alone, but yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is just finding the right people. I think
Mm,
in the beginning, even not even just EMP, but me as a crypto investor, I made my first billion about 10 years ago when I started in the first bull run that we all had back in what that was 2014. Um, and now, again, it's finding the people that you can get behind, not only in terms of like building a protocol. We have an amazing developer, Jake, that I've been personal friends with for a long time. And not only is he talented, but he's also trustworthy. And those are two
mm,
really hard things to find in crypto. And not only that, but surrounding yourself again back to the positive attitude, vision. We want to surround ourselves with people that are here for the long term. I think that there's this overarching mentality in crypto where people are here to get rich quick. And
Mm,
although there are some meme tokens or lottery or gamble plays that you could get rich quick, I think having the fundamentals of investing in projects that have great leadership, that have great communities, and that are building for the long term, those are the projects that you need to get behind and support. So that took me a long time to figure out, and hopefully, if you are newer to crypto, you can figure that out a lot faster than I did, and you can potentially save yourself a lot of heartache and troubles and loss too.
good advice. So, away from the crypto scene, are there other people, rock stars, so to speak, from other industries who left their mark on how you lead and grow personally?
Yeah, I love this question. So, for those of you again that are in my community, you probably know, and even from seeing behind me here at my vintage shelf behind me with Merlin and some of the other Disney characters,
Right.
Walt Disney was a huge and is a huge inspiration in my life. Again, Walt's vision was about building again a an experience, and
Mm-hmm.
one thing I really admire about Walt um, is that it was never about profits first. Again, for many most of Walt's years, he was broke. And even Disney was struggling and spending millions and millions of dollars on these theme parks and intellectual property. That never really made any money in the beginning, and so
Right.
I think that that's sort of a vision where you put people and community and experiences first, and then worry about the profits later. That is really, something that I built not only EMP on, but my other businesses in the real world as well. So, yeah, I'm a huge Walt Disney fan, and I think we can learn a lot from that mentality.
I think so too. So, how do you handle feedback and criticism on EMP and Spark Swap? And how do you incorporate that feedback into your project improvement process?
Yeah, another great question. So we definitely we're one of the only protocols I think that actually listens to their community.
Good.
I think at Monstros as well.
Mhm.
But a lot of DeFi protocols, they put the onus on their community for why a project succeeds and fails. And
Mm,
although there is some truth to that, obviously you have to have interest for a project to succeed. It's not solely on a community not necessarily knowing how to support a project or asking questions and then having a project founder call you stupid or not taking the effort to educate. And we have done it again. I think it's one of the reasons we have been so successful is EMP has always been education first as well. We were one of the first protocols to have an actual online academy. It was about an hour-long course that we offered completely for free that not only taught you how to be a better DeFi user, but also taught you, about the protocol and how to create liquidity pairs and how to, yield farm. And, at the time, other people were charging thousands of dollars for these, crypto courses that had half as much information that
mm,
we gave away for free. And, with that feedback, we always listen to the community. I mean, it's very time consuming and it's difficult to go through and really, actually pay attention to what the community is saying. But
mhm.
that has been a major part of our success. And we were super transparent as well. The first year at EMP, we did daily AMAs. So we've done over 600 AMAs
Wow.
over the last 2 years with our community, and that again, it's a direct line of communication, to us as the devs, and a lot of other projects. You have this anonymity and this
Mhm.
wall of smoke and mirrors that
Mhm.
you really may not know who's behind the project. So all that is super important to us for sure.
No, I love that because you had mentioned earlier that you love to surround yourself with great people, but then also you emphasized communication and collaboration with your entire community. If you educate them and you support them and you listen to them, you're going to motivate and inspire them. And you have right there your own little marketing team because if people love the project, they love the team, and they feel listened to and supported, of course they're going to tell everybody, hey, I'm in this great project, it's worth being there. We're listened to, we're helped. That is huge in being a successful and enduring project in this space.
Yeah, I could not agree more, Smiley. Absolutely, and even some of our community members, I don't want to swear here on YouTube, but we call them big brain mother effers. So,
Oh.
and we definitely bring in a lot of really smart people,
Mhm.
and that goes to show, like I said, surrounding ourselves with like-minded individuals, and a lot of our community members have given incredible feedback that we actually implement into the protocol to make it that much better. So, yeah, it's a collaborative effort for sure.
That's awesome. So, how do you keep yourself updated on the latest trends and developments in the crypto space? Do you have some secret sources that you follow and trust?
Yeah, so the short answer is there really isn't enough time in the day. I am now full time crypto. I was
Nice.
managing my real world businesses as well, but we exited our real estate and we have managers running the rest of the businesses in real life. So I've been full time crypto now for at least about 4 years, and um, you know even with that. I'm on the computer, which feels like 24/7. Obviously, I have to be a good husband and dad to
Mhm.
my kids as well. So that takes time. But the short answer is I don't get a lot of sleep. And
Mm.
as much as we live and die by crypto influencers, I think that that is really important. I still get a lot of my information from YouTube and following the right crypto influencers.
Mhm.
Obviously, crypto Twitter is pretty popular now. 9 times out of 10, it's a shit show on
Mm.
crypto Twitter, but you do find some hidden gems there as well. And really, it's also about, like you said earlier, having our own little army of supporters that actually bring projects to us. So,
Nice.
as we've grown and developed, relationships, and really established ourselves in the space, now it's a matter of teams and projects actually approaching us. And so, obviously we have to do our due diligence and make sure that they're legit. But that definitely helps as well. So it's definitely a fine balance. Obviously, our own are our priority, but I still, I'm always learning in the space, and really, it's about seeing what other projects do right and wrong, and
Mhm.
learning from that, and then implementing either better strategies or improved ideas with our own protocol. And I think that's how the whole space grows. We're a big believer in that the rising tide rises all ships. It's not necessarily about competition.
Mhm.
We're also new here. We're the 1% of the 1%, and as long as we are building and continuing to push the space forward, that's really what matters.
It is, it's true. We're all here together to do better, I think, and if we can keep
Exactly,
our eyes open and listen to what's happening around us, I think that we'll learn a lot and we can learn it together.
for sure.
So, the crypto world, though, it gets pretty hectic, and I know you'd said you struggle with sleeping, but how do you manage to keep the balance between crypto and your personal life? Do you have any tips on avoiding burnout while you're steering that mothership?
Yeah. So yeah, I again speaking of Disney and Walt, we definitely try to take some family vacations. I know
Mm.
there's an inside joke in our community. I'm notorious for doing an AMA from the bathroom at Disney because that's the only where I can get away from the kids to do an AMA. So yeah, I mean it really again, I mean any entrepreneur has this work-life balance struggle.
Mhm.
Again, I think that I have an amazing support system. My wife, my kids, they all, really help me be who I am. And it's our team. I mean, my right hand, I call her my right hand lady or left hand lady. LA, she's part of our core team. She's the head of our marketing, and her and I work, hand in hand on keeping the community up to date. Organizing my schedule. I think if I had any advice, I'd say, try to stick to a routine. I think that has really helped me. Where you get up the same time every day, you go to bed same time every night, and you get as much done, in that day that you can. And as morbid as it may sound, especially with my disability and always having to live life like every day was your last. And if you
Nice.
have that mentality, you can get a hell of a lot done for sure. Yeah.
That's true, and I'm so glad that you gave a shout out to LA. I had the honor of meeting her and talking to her over the internet, and she is just a lovely, amazing, energetic person. I just think she's awesome, and she's a good role model for me, I think. I just admire her a lot.
Yes, Smiley, absolutely. I know she has great things to say about you as well. Again, women in crypto is
Mhm.
is super powerful, and yeah, she's been a godsend. Again, not only personally, but having her help run the protocol alongside me, and yeah, that positive attitude shines through for sure.
Awesome. So before I move on to my last question, is there anything I didn't cover that you would like to share with everyone listening?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think this was a really great interview so far. I think that you've been an amazing host. I like the different topics. Usually, everything is so crypto focused, but it's been good to
Mhm.
kind of dive into a little bit more personal views. And yeah, I mean, we're just really excited. I know, working with you and various and the rest of the team at Monstro's Universe. I really love what you guys are doing. I know we've been trying to put together an official partnership for a while now, and supporting the DGens contract and having our Spark NFT. Again, you mentioned NFTs earlier. That NFT has actual real world value by giving you a boosted rate on that contract, and we love what you guys are doing. Again, prioritizing yield farming to actually pay in actual revenue, which again, as crazy as it sounds, a lot of other protocols just don't understand that the money has to come from somewhere. And yeah, we're excited for the future with you guys as well. And yeah, I mean, I don't know any other topic we can go over, but I'd love to come back on a future date and give some updates. We're always building an EMP and Spark Swap and L1 Dex. I think this year is going to be a major year, not only for our protocols, but for crypto overall with the eventual bull run. I think it's safe to say we've already started, but
Mhm.
in another 6 months, I think we're going to see some serious fireworks for sure.
I think so too. And already the Spark Swap Monstro NFT has been very popular. People love it. And it's not just that it's cute, and it is cute, but I think what you said, it actually has real world utility. There's something that, that's going to have a last, an endurance there that people are
Totally.
looking for.
Yeah, no doubt. Like you said, and it is cute. I told
Mhm.
Various, it reminds me of a badass Care Bear. I get Care Bear vibes. So yeah,
Yes.
but we love him for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So my last question is, Various and I, for fun, have started picking our token picks of the week, something that we think is going to do well in the short run, not just in the bull run. And we were wondering if you would like to pick your token pick of the week, and we'll add it into our picks in our Discord and follow it and see how well you do.
All right, so man, I might get some heat for this, but because we have such amazing partnerships with a ton of different protocols. But
Mhm.
if I had to pick one, especially in the short term, just because of how bullish Pulse Chain is, I'm gonna have to go with the goat token, and
Nice.
the goat token is essentially a fully collateralized version of Pulse, and it's that up token economics where
Mhm.
there's a small fee on buying and selling, but because of that, it always pushes the token price up. And if you're bullish on Pulse, by holding goat, you can actually multiply the earnings. So for that alone, I'm going to say goat token, but shout out to all of our partners for sure. Yeah.
Love it. Okay. So look for GOAT. I'll drop the information there in the comments.
All right.
And I just thank you so much for being my guest this week on Monstro Mondays. Wow, you are a great guest. Very well spoken and interesting to listen to. And it was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Smiley. Much love to you and the entire Monstros universe. And yeah, we're excited for the future and can't wait to come back on and say hello on the next one.
I would love that. Thank you so much. Okay, for those of you who are interested in GOAT and checking it out, there it is, scrolling down about across the bottom of the screen. GOAT on GoPulse.com. You can check it out and see if you want to be on Team Guest. And I hope you were listening during the episode. Did everyone hear the monster word that I've been using to say hello to everyone? If you have, head on over to our Discord and open a ticket. Every correct response will get an entry into a special giveaway that I will be having next week on the show. So here's an invite to our server. Come on by, open a ticket, and let us know that you know how to speak Monstro. Well, that wraps up this Monstro Mondays show. I hope that you had fun, and I hope it made your day a little more pink. I'm so grateful that you were here. Thanks for coming and enjoying this time with our special guests. And I love you guys. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye.